Okay, on this video I'm going to show how to do a flash screen. So when you get hit, it's going to show like a red flash that pops up and it goes away. So when I hit this fog poison, see, shows that red effect that happens real quick. See how that happens there? Even when I go across the boss, shows the red effect. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's pretty easy, but it's this image right here which is stretched out in the backgrounds, and I just made it red, a small red square, and I just went to transform or image and went to opacity and lowered the opacity so you can see through it a little bit. But I'm going to change it to this other image I just added just now, and has a face on it, and so that's going to be stretched out to the full screen. And I just drew a little face in this program right here after I had the opacity lowered, and I could do it again because the face is not transparent. Well, it really didn't do it, but just leave it alone for right now. Alright, so width, height 64, and I'm going to go into the flash screen here and change the draw event to the flash screen 2, set it to tile to true, and set it to relative so it stretches. If you change this to false, then I think it's not going to do a full screen of it. It's going to do a small image of what the image is, which is 64 by 64, and it's not going to fill the whole screen. So in order to fill the whole screen, set it to true for tiled so it stretches out. I want to see what it looks like with the face on there. And then I'll show you how I did it. She saw the image of the face. So it did stretch. It tiled it. It's not doing the stretch. So I guess yeah, that's one thing it's not doing. It's not. There's no option to stretch it in GameMaker 8.1. So under the flash screen here, did a create, and then went into the alarm here. Where's the alarm? In main 2 tab, dragged over alarm, set it to 5 milliseconds. You can do it to 1 if you wanted to. You could change it to 1, but if you really want to see the image, change it to 5. Maybe even 3 might be good enough, just to prolong it for a couple seconds just to see the image. And then go to add event and do your alarm 0, because that's what this is, called alarm 0. You got to match up the same alarm. Then you want it to destroy. You want the flash screen background image to be destroyed, but it will come back once you hit the monster again, or whatever you have it set up to. Do a draw event and the add event there, draw event. Then go into your draw tab, I believe. In the draw tab, drag over a draw background, and then you want to choose your background image you want to use. And then I would just do the plain flash screen to tile it. I mean, if you want to do a full image, like I said, you want to do a full image with a face and you don't want it tiled, then you would have to make, let's see if I can do it real quick. Go in your backgrounds, and then you would have to change this background to the size, the height and width of your screen, I believe. So I think my screen size is like 460 by 800. Let me see what it is. I can't remember. See, room. So it's 1070, but 1070 by 700. And then why is it not? It's freezing up for a second here. Out of memory. Okay, so it's not going to do it. It's taking too much memory, so it's not going to. I mean, you really want to try to reduce. You really want to try to not have too much. You don't want to have a big image. You know what I'm saying? Which will take a lot of image space up. See, I can't. It's not letting me do it. Okay. Not enough memory to process it. Alright, so just I would just keep it at width 64 but height 64. If you want to do an image, you can do an image and you can tile it. Like I said, I'm having an issue with memory because it's too big. The image is too big, and GameMaker 8.1 is not allowing me to do it. So I would just stick with a small image and then just have one plain color. I mean, if you want to have an image in there, you can, but it's going to be tiled. You'll see the image repeatedly. You're just not going to be able to stretch it and show one image because it's going to mess up your memory on your game, and it may crash. You know what I'm saying? Like it did on mine. It crashed where I can't even play the game because the image is too big. So keep your images small. And so let me go back to the flash screen. So I talked about the flash screen. I go back to this, to flash screen go. Make sure you tile true, because if you don't, if you make it false, it's going to do one single image, which is great for a big image, you know, to stretch it. But like I said, I had a problem with my memory because the image is too big. So I'm just going to say tile the image, set it to true, relative, and then keep it at a plain image, which is just red, transparency. And then depth minus 1000. And then when you hit the gas wall or the blade, this, you know, the slicer that comes out and back into the wall, or the monster, then when you collide with the monster, you want to do a create instance in the main one tab, and then find your object, which is called flash screen, set it to relative so it stays in the middle of the screen, X and Y 0. So when you collide with that, it shows a flash screen for a couple seconds because it's on a timer, and then it's going to be destroyed. And you hit it again, it'll come back up again. And the same thing applies for the gas. You hit it, create an instance. Slicer, you hit it, create an instance. And then with the monster, I have several monster images because I want to have, you know, I want to hit him like 4 times, and then he'll be destroyed. So when he gets hit once, he goes to the second monster, still coming at me, and then I hit him again the second time, he comes at me. Third time I hit him, fourth time, then he gets destroyed. But each time, each image would get the same thing with collide with the monster. It's gonna, and you don't hit him, he collides with you and hits you, and then it's going to show the flash screen. And that happens for the second image too of the monster. You hit him, flash screen pops up, and so on. Alright, so, and then I also have it set up for the barrel too. So when you hit the barrel, with your knife, then it's gonna, when the explosion happens anyways, when the barrel explodes, it does a splash screen effect happen too. So when he hits that barrel, it explodes, and then it shows that flash screen as well for a couple seconds, and then it goes away. Alright, and one other thing I did, I fixed some glitches here. I had a problem with the map. Remember I talked about the map before, where you have to be forced to grab the map before you go to the next room, because for some reason when you go to the second room, you've already collected the map, even though you're in the next room, and you have to find the map anyways. So when he moves, let me show you real quick. He's going to be forced to collect the map. Oh, hold on. I have to go back, save this. So what's going to happen is you're forced to collect the map, and in the first room, and then when you go to the second room, you're not going to have the map. The map's not going to be, well, yeah, no, the map will be there, I'm sorry, but you won't have a map to collect on the ground. So before, and then even when you load it, the map's going to be there too, because before the map, I'm trying to think, okay, before, when you get to the second room, the map's not there, okay, you collect it, right? But then the moment you load the game, you already have the map, and you haven't collected the map. So in this situation, the map's there in both places, where I've already collected the first one. So when I go to the next room, he's already got the map, and then when I load it, he has the map too. So I'm going to show you that real. Oh, I gotta bring this back up. It's going to fail. Can I? Nope. I got to get out of here completely. And then also with the ammo, I talked about in my previous video where it doesn't show the ammo until you collect it. Somehow I had an issue with the second room where even if I didn't collect the ammo, or if I collect the ammo and it shows the image, when I go to the next room, it doesn't show the ammo image up top, which doesn't make sense because I've already collected it. But I had to go back to the original way of doing it, which was just to keep the ammo info at the top. See, on top of the screen I have this shotgun 0, blast gun 0. I just had to keep that there because it worked fine in this first room, but when I moved to the next room, I had an issue where it wasn't showing my information. It wasn't showing the shotgun. It wasn't showing the blast gun. But then I was able to use the gun, but it wasn't showing my count, and it wasn't going down. So there was a glitch there where it worked fine in the first room, but when I moved to the second room, it didn't work correctly. So I had to leave it in there at the top. So now I'm going to go ahead and go and be forced to collect the map. And I also, the fog is a little darker too. I'll show you how I did that too. Made the fog a lot darker. So I'm going to collect the map, and now I have the map. Now see, he still has the map. Alright, and now, and you don't see the map in the room to collect because I've already got it. So when I get out of here, well, I'm trying to fire my weapon. I don't know why my weapon's not firing now. There we go. I had to press the mouse button. Shh. I was wondering what's going on with it. Alright, so when I load it back up, you should still have the map on screen. And I'll put the information I just talked about on the video down in the description in YouTube about the map and the counter, the glitch I had, if I'm not explaining it correctly. But yeah, it wasn't working for some reason. I'm gonna load it and see the map's there. It's on the screen, and you don't have to collect it in the room anymore. Alright. And like I said, the shotgun and the blast gun at the top, that had to stay there because I was having a problem where it wasn't showing the shotgun or it wasn't showing the blast gun, but I had the weapon in my inventory. But like I said, it worked fine in the first room when I collected the ammo. It popped up on top showing shotgun, or it showed the blast gun when I collected it in the first room, and then it worked fine. But when I moved to the second room, then my shotgun or my blast gun wasn't showing up at the top, but I had the weapon. So like I said, I had to keep the title information at the top. And like I said, the map is working great now, because this is what I did with the map. The map is not, and the way I had originally had it set up, I had the map in the second room, but it was hidden until you collect the map. Same thing in the first room, I had the map hidden until I collected it, but now I made the map persistent. Oh, the object projection I made persistent. That's what I'm talking about. So that was set up to, that was not originally persistent. So in the first room I have object projection, which is the map shown in the room. Once I collect the map, then it gets rid of that code that says hide map, because now I have it. It says that I now have it when I collect the map. When I collect the map, it says it's going to make the map visible, because in reality the map's already there on screen. You just can't see it until you collect the map. Once I collect the map, then it changes the code to saying true to show the map. But the map that it shows on the screen is called object projection, and that I set to persistent. So that means that it's in the first room, but it's not in the second room. Before, I had object projection in the first room, and I also had it in the second room, and it wasn't set to persistent, and it wasn't working correctly because, like I said, it was showing the map on screen, but I haven't collected the map, because the map was actually there, and I had to collect it. But it wasn't. See, I'm trying to think. It wasn't. When I moved to the next room, I haven't collected the map yet, and it wasn't on screen. But the moment I loaded it, it showed the map on screen, and I haven't collected the map yet. So it didn't work correctly. It had a glitch. So the way I fixed it, like I said, was to force myself to collect the map down this narrow hallway here, and collect it automatically. Force myself to collect in the first room. Then, like I said, keep the object projection persistent. So when I move to the next room, it's persistent, so it's going to show the map that I already collected. I already collected the map, so it's going to show the object projection on screen. Even when I load it, it's going to show it. So I fixed that problem. And like I said, the second problem was the ammo. The ammo was... Okay, the ammo is not in this second room, but it's in the first room. So the ammo is also set to persistent too. So once I collect in the first room, I'll have it in the second room as well, even when I load it. But like I said, it wasn't working correctly when it was hidden. You know what I'm saying? So if I did not grab it in the first room and I moved to the next room, no, I'm trying to think. I grabbed it already in the first room, and I moved to the next room. It didn't show my text at the top, but it showed that I collected the weapon, of course, and I can use it, but I couldn't see the ammo drop down. So like I said, I had to keep both gun informations at the top with the ammo counter dropping when I use the ammo. I had to leave it there, you know what I'm saying? So there's no way of fixing that, so I just left it up there at the top. Alright, that should conclude this video. I can try to show you real quick on maybe the barrel real quick on how the flash screen works on that real quick, because I just talked about it. But when I hit the barrel, it'll explode and it should show the red screen. And I think on my next video I'll try to do maybe for the fake 3D maybe a shield or something. So he grabs an item and then you have a shield that goes around you that protects you from getting hurt. Alright, so let me kill this. Oh, it's not showing the... I would probably make the flash screen 5. That way you can actually see it more. But like I said, it does make where you can't see the game for 5 milliseconds because it shows the red flash that comes up on the screen. And you can make it any color you want, of course, but I just made it red. So maybe if you hit something that's green, maybe you would flash it green or something. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. You could have it you could have multiple flashes on screen. You don't have to stick with just one color. You can do multiple backgrounds and then create an instance for each background color for each item that you collide with. You could do that too, and it shouldn't take up too much image space because it's small. So you hit that, it shows the red. And let me hit the barrel. It doesn't really work with the barrel for some reason. I think it does, but the smoke effect happens around the whole image, so you really can't see the red screen unless you maybe change the color or something. Alright, so this should conclude the video on flash screen. Thanks for watching.